So here we are. We're back live again. This time we got something a little different than the energy drink. We got the Bang. We got the hot chocolate instead of the Bang, and we got a big old bag of beef jerky. It just so happens to be the same brand as hoodie I'm wearing. I know everyone likes the hoodie. Well, try them out. Adam, what's up, man? Hopefully we got sound. Could be both. Could mean sup bro and super bro. Works both ways. But I'm good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Because we did the pre-lit live, and it was about 35 minutes before I found out we had no sound. Adam says, hope you and your family had a good Christmas. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, we definitely did. It was a good one. And I hope the same to you. Adam, you get any cool arm wrestling stuff? You get any arm wrestling handles or anything like that? Maybe you got something cool, even if it's not arm wrestling related. Maybe it's still cool. Well, this is one thing I got. I got a bunch of beef jerky. Adam said I got a new karate belt. Mine was rotten. Was worn pretty good. That's the gains. But I'm glad you got a new one. Nice and pretty new one. Put it to the test. And Adam says I got a crap ton of jerky too. LOL. Yeah, it's always jerky is always a safe bet. I feel like almost everyone I know likes beef jerky or jerky in general. And we also got some hot chocolate, so it's a nice combo. Well, let's see. Carolyn sent me the video of Lavon's bicep injury. Definitely something tore, and it looks like the bicep tendon, or at least where he was grabbing. Make a lot of sense because he was doing a heavy elbow flexor exercise. So hopefully Lavon heals up quick. He's so far the only person that's been able to even not stop but slow down Lavon is the injuries. Let's see. Adam says, does your membership include your heavy medium lift workouts? Yeah, it definitely does. It's pretty much everything that's not the recovery lifts. So the STONEtv memberships includes all the heavy training, all the medium stuff, all the stuff in between. Sometimes I do stuff I call it heavy medium or medium heavy, which is somewhere in between. But also all my arm wrestling training will be on the members only videos. Bunch of good stuff up there. Adam says perfect. That's what I'm talking about. So Adam says probably hitting a practice tomorrow, first one in a while. Any tips? Um, so I mean, if it's been a while, just make sure you do a good warm up. Listen to the body and get the gains. That's what I would say. But hit a good warm up. I was just about to ask you guys. I forgot I brought my other tablet with me, the old one. I was going to ask you guys how the video looked, but I can look that up real quick. I just pull up the YouTube. How's the video look on your end? Does it look not too bad? Does it look blurry? I know there's not too much light. Oh, Adam says the video is good to me. Oh, good. Just want to check it out. I'm curious how it looks because I know the light matters. Adam, who is your what team are you going to? What practice are you going to? Is it I know you're up there in Maine. Is there a local team, or is it a group of buddies that get together regularly? Adam says my team, Twin City Pullers. Oh, yep. I should have remembered that. Now I remember we talked about that. Yeah, I like the Twin City Pullers. Bunch of great people up there. So you definitely get some good gains up there, and that's with 3 Z's. Yeah, looking at the tablet, the video looks pretty good. Adam says, hell yeah. Twin City Pullers. Bunch of good arm wrestlers and good people up there. Speaking of Twin City Pullers, Carolyn donated a let's see, I don't have it on me, but it is a Twin City team tank top, a ladies cut tank top. She donated it for the Turtle Man 3 raffles or auction, depending on which way we go. We'll probably do both the auction and the raffle again, so I think that worked best. Adam says, what month is the Turtle Man 3 next year? You know, or too early? So we're still working on it. It's going to be summertime, springtime, spring, summertime. We're still working on it. We're still trying to figure out the best location. You know, because the location, some places are a little more open with the time, some are a little more, you know, a little more busy. So we're trying to figure out what's best. Right now, we're split between two. One is a fairgrounds, and one is a gym. The same spot we had the second event. Adam says, just want to make sure I have enough time to get ready. LOL. Yeah, man, we'll definitely give you some time. But if I know something about something, I think you're always ready to do some arm wrestling. But we'll definitely give you a heads up. I definitely plan on doing a whole bunch of promotion and stuff. So once it's locked in, you'll be seeing a lot of Turtle Man posts and videos and a whole bunch of stuff. Absolutely, Adam. Adam says the little muscle emoji, and if you don't know what that means gains an emoji. The old gains emoji. So we got the heater in the gym, the labyrinth. We got it on right now, just letting everything warm up a little bit. I'll probably, I don't know if I'm gonna just head in the gym and keep this video going and just head in the gym, or if I'll make another video. I'll probably just end up you know, keeping this video up and doing a little workout. I'm gonna do a little recovery workout after this. But I'll probably just close down the screen, so on your screen it will say, you know, it will be like the logo of STONEtv, and it says, you know, we'll be right back or something like that. Well, it's going to be a good one. Adam says, where's Josh trying on his new Snuggie? Could be. He might be. You never know. He could. It's, you know, could have got a whole bunch of brand new ones for Christmas. You never know, Adam. That is funny. That is funny. That's good, clean fun. Adam says we call those pump covers. Very true. Very true. You need a big Snuggie to hide those massive pumps. Kaylin, what's up? She goes, whoa, let's go, Nick. I was just watching this morning's pre-lift live. Oh, thank you very much, Kaylin. I appreciate that. That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm probably gonna keep this video up and like go into the gym, but keep this video up and do a quick recovery workout. I might have to be a little longer. Supposed to you know, had some plans, but because there's supposed to be a big snowstorm, so change your plans. So it works out good. So here we are doing the old arm wrestling stuff, talking about arm wrestling, talking about getting stronger. But yeah, I'll be in there in the gym in a little bit. We can show you guys the new heater. So Adam says, for new people wanting to do most of their training at home, what do you recommend for a must-have if doing so, equipment-wise? So are you talking about, before I answer that question, Adam, let me ask you another question about your question. When you say new people, do you mean people that are just generally looking to, get in better shape with no desire of competing in a sport like arm wrestling? Or do you mean new people that are getting into the sport of arm wrestling and looking to train at home, but for the sport of arm wrestling? Because which one of those are you talking about, Adam? And then I'll definitely answer that question, at least my opinion. Okay, how's it going, Nick? And how is your heater running? It's going good. We got it on right now. It definitely makes a difference. So that's awesome. Laurel says, hello, everyone. What's up, Laurel? Thanks for joining. So let's see. Adam says, arm wrestling in particular. So I would say if someone just, now it sounds like, do you mean just one piece of equipment? I mean, I would say maybe some type of either a high cable or a flat cable, like, a cable where the angle's going this way or the cable's going this way. You could do that with, like a pulley. Just get a pulley from Harbor Freight and, hook it up to somewhere in the garage or wherever you're lifting. Because you do a whole bunch of stuff. You can do your wrist, you can do side pressure, back pressure. That's if I can only really pick one. That's why I would say, Adam, high cable, probably the high cable, probably might be a more versatile angle. You do more exercises. Carolyn says, let's like and share, friends. Oh, thank you very much. Definitely listen to Carolyn. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're feeling crazy, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Carolyn says, wonderful news, Nick. I wonder how many BTUs it has. And does it take long for it to warm up the lab? I think it was 2,500, maybe. I can't remember. It's either 2,500 or 25,000. I can't remember. Oh, I appreciate that, Josh. Carolyn says, supper time. STONEtv. Let's get the games. That's what I'm talking about. Adam says probably 25K. Yeah, I think that's it. I couldn't remember. Well, I'll show you guys in a little bit. Just want to eat some of this beef jerky. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm gonna have to eat the whole bag because I ripped the seal off. Don't you hate when that happens? Gotta eat the whole bag now because you can't reseal it. Kalen says, awesome heater. Yeah, it definitely is. Try to guess the flavor. Can you guys guess the flavor? Carolyn's laughing. I'm glad she's having fun. The ripped bag. Ziploc tore right off the bag. It's a coincidence if I've ever seen one. let's see. Carolyn, I was telling the people of Stone TV before that I saw the video that you sent me of Levon's bicep tear. It definitely looked like a definitely something in the tendon. Where he was grabbing is right where that bicep tendon inserts. But the only good thing about the injuries is I'll say he's got a good team of people he works with. So they'll get him back on to arm wrestle in no time. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think Supdog messaged me and said left and right arm, Devin versus Vitali. So that's going to be sweet. That is going to be sweet. Could be a very interesting. I mean, right now, if you ask me who I have winning that match, those matches left and right, Devin and Vitali, I'd probably say Devin right and Vitali left. That's very interesting. What do you guys think about that? Josh says, well, I'm off to do more graphics. Stay swole. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. And good luck. Good luck with the old graphics. It's going to be good. Let's see. I can't remember when that match was supposed to happen. Is it July or February? When's anyone know when the next East versus West is? Oh, let's see. Maybe we could try one of those YouTube games again. You guys want to try one of those YouTube games? Let's see. Maybe we'll try one of those games. Let's try this one. Oh, it's got music and everything. Uh-oh. Oh, we're skateboarding. off the edge. But I think that's enough of that game. We'll end off on a high note. That is funny. But let's see. Besides the Devin and Vitaly matches, any other big matches happening on that card? Let's see. There's got to be some that I remember. Let's see if I can remember some. The only match right now that I can remember was the Levon and Vitaly, but now it's Levon and Devin out here. Kalen says, Nick, what about interviewing like Craig Blay interviewed yourself last week, the training and early stuff and good old gym bro talk? Yeah, I could definitely message up, see if he's around. I'm pretty sure we're Facebook friends. Yeah, so I can definitely see if I can get him on the old STONEtv, do a little interview and a little gym bro talk. Says, and he's programming at Granite Arms, etc. Yeah, we definitely talk about his training. And Kalen says, BRB cooking. Definitely, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta make sure you don't want to burn any of the food. I mean, some people do. Some people like to burn the food. Kalen says next that he's great. Absolutely, absolutely. He's definitely a good guy. But if you guys haven't heard, tomorrow is the Dungeon Christmas party. Gonna be a whole bunch of arm wrestling. I know there'll probably be chili. I'm not sure what other food and goodies there will be. But I know Chief usually makes his chili. The famous Chief chili. But let me know what if there's any topics you guys would like to talk about. Arm wrestling, powerlifting, strength related stuff, gym stuff. It looks like we got some new people in the chat, so if you're Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Be greatly appreciated. And if you're wondering what the Facebook is or the Instagram, Nightbot put the link in right in the comments. Kellen says, well, when I say cooking, that was a stretch, LO. More like assembling tonight of salad, coleslaw, reheat potatoes, and veggie nuggets. LOL. I feel you. I feel you, you know, but that's still cooking. That still counts as cooking. Kalen says, like and share, friends. Absolutely. Definitely listen to Carolyn. Hit that thumbs up. Share the video. It definitely helps out the channel. So Kaylin says, I just clicked all comments. That's with top comments nowadays. Kaylin, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I know you hit the live comments. I mean the so maybe you're asking a question what live comments and top comments are. If that's the case, the top comments are like the most popular ones. Maybe people like them or something like that. And the all ones or the live comments is it shows every single comment when it's entered. That's the difference. Oh, I see, Kayla. It's just I mean the live comments in the stream it defaults to top comments now. Yeah, mine does that too. Um, so you always gotta remember to put the live comments on. But yeah. Sometimes you miss some good stuff. Sometimes you miss some not so good stuff. That's the way it goes. So, guys, what I think I'm going to do in a little bit, probably about a minute or two, I'm going to keep this video up. But what I'm going to do is, like, I'm almost positive when I when I hit the off button, you know, close the screen on the tablet, it still keeps the live up, but it just says, you know, just shows like the logo and it says like, you know, we'll be right back or something like that. So if that's what you see, don't worry. We'll be right back. Just setting up stuff in the gym. But yeah, I think after I finish this little piece of jerky, we're gonna head in there, do a little recovery lift. I'll show you guys a new heater. Carolyn says, that's what's up, Nick. Definitely is. And she says, let's like and share, friends. Thank you very much. So all right, guys, I'm gonna close the tablet down. I'm still gonna be here. I don't think you guys can hear me or not when I close the tablet down. But yeah, let me know if you see the video still or if you hear it, because I'm just gonna walk into the garage, open the doors, set the camera up. Gotta bring the jerky with us. Oh, if the seal's broken, we can't reseal it. We're gonna have to eat it. But all right, guys, we'll be right back. All right. So we should be back. Pretty sure you guys it just went black. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we rewind on the video. Yep, that's what happens. Unless you guys saw something I didn't. But let's get some music going. We're about to find out if this music is copyright or not. Good old convenient YouTube. Can you guys hear this music? Okay, this is Wild Mega Games. Great transition. Yep, just transported right from the vehicle right to the labyrinth. That's how we roll. Okay, this is barely background, like always, just enough to hear your voice. Your choice of lifting music. Ah, that's good. That other stuff wasn't really the stuff I liked. All that AI stuff, that was just the stuff that I was able to play without being flagged by YouTube. But this music's better. And we're about to see if YouTube lets us play it. This one's called Metal Groove. In case anyone is wondering. And it says like and share, friends. Labyrinth Heated Recovery Lift Party. Absolutely. Let's see. There it is over there. Hung up on the wall. It's doing a pretty good job. This morning I needed gloves. This workout I don't. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Carolyn says, that's awesome, Nick. Finally get to have your music back. Absolutely. And Carolyn says, just sharing now. Oh, thank you very much, Carolyn. Carolyn says, I sent it to 16 people on the messenger. Hope they join. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you very much, Carolyn. And she also says, and click the bell for notifications. Very true. That's a great point, Carolyn. That definitely is a great point. Carolyn says, love the heater, yay. Nick, that's incredible. And how nice for your Tuesday practice. I'm so joyful for you all. Oh, thank you very much, Carolyn. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a good one. It's going to definitely be a warm one. Well, I should say warmer. Actually, I have a thermometer. I'll get a thermometer because I'm curious what the temperature is right now. Cameron says that's a solid pin line there. Looks quite a neat pin line holder. I saw that initial fitting on the pin line, just the nuts and bolts on the pin pad. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is I'm sure a good whack would probably break it because this one, it's one screw drilled up into it. This is actually the arm bet table. You couldn't tell by looking at it because it's had several, paint jobs. But yeah, this is this table. The tablet is on is an arm bet table. If that's what you're talking about. Karen says, hi, friends. Let's click the thumbs up, please, and thank you. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Yeah, anytime, Carolyn. I'm glad this was what you're talking about because that's pretty sure what I thought you were talking about. Carolyn says, Nick, I had an idea this afternoon with yourself and a small team of super heavyweights like John Bigelow, Yumel, etc. versus 5 Florida guys. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. That's a great idea, Carolyn. We just got to, let's see, what's it called? Got to do some Facebook and messaging and some texting and set it all up. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would definitely be awesome. Can you guys hear me over here? How's the audio? I'm not sure if you guys probably hear me a little bit. Just curious how I'm actually near the heater right now. You guys hear me pretty good, or is it not too good? Kaylin says, make super heavyweight great again, and it would be a form of outreach to the general population to show super heavyweight people in the general population to show the gains that they can achieve. Definitely true. And Kaylin says, yes, here you find it. Oh, that's awesome. That's good. So when I first, for some reason, when I first started using this tablet to go live, the sound was very low. We thought maybe it was the case covering the you know thing that takes the sound in the recorder. What it must have just been that one? Must have been the YouTube glitch or something. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Carolyn. Oh, I appreciate that, Kaylin. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes I think it's just I always blame YouTube. So when in doubt, blame YouTube. So let's see. Kalen says, I see Chance called out Tim Bresnan. I wonder who will pull first, Yusuf or Chance. Yourself or I'm so used to seeing Yusuf. I read that as Yusuf. Yourself or Chance. I know it was in the future. It's a real good time now. Everyone's getting the gains. Absolutely. So let's see. I'm trying to think of how to say it without being negative. So it's not a negative thing. Tim always does this. If you know what that means money. You know, so whoever, I think Tim definitely has a fair price on his super match requirements for the contract for like in terms of like a show fee and payout and stuff like that. It's definitely a fair price, but I think it's going to be whoever gets that gets the payout first. Okay, this is LO. Exactly. YouTube LO. Carolyn says I see James Mason was going to training tonight in Vermont. Joe Fitzsimmons. James is so incredible. The personality of the sport. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure he made a video, or he's making a video maybe about practice. If not, he's got his podcast. If I'm not mistaken, it's Two Guys, One Cup. If I'm not mistaken. And that's an arm wrestling term, if anyone's wondering. But he does it on Facebook. I think it's on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure. I think it could be on Facebook as well. Kalen says, I see. Nick, thanks for that. Absolutely. You know, I would definitely pull Tim. I'd definitely be curious how, Chance and Tim's match. That'd be interesting. I faced him in a couple times in a tournament. Actually, just one tournament, but it was several times. And fun fact, I am probably the last athlete Tim Bresnan has ever faced left arm. If you know Tim Bresnan, he doesn't pull left arm. But he pulled me in the overalls. If I'm not mistaken. Kaylin says she did make a video. That's what I'm talking about. She also says, yep, Two Guys, One Cup. Awesome podcast. James and I were let's see. I think maybe chatting, living. James and I were living with Tim Lewis. I'm through the fingers. Oh, well, maybe you mean living. Or jiving. Maybe you mean jiving. That's awesome. I'll have to go back and check that video out. Kalen says, but Tim was so good to step up last minute for the dungeon. Absolutely. Definitely appreciate Tim stepping up. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe less. But it was a good one. All right, guys, that's it for me for the workout. Let me check the comments. And then maybe before we hop off, I'll show a nice close-up view of the heater. Let's see. Kalen says, Nick, I see Natty Girls are releasing the matches from behind their paywall slowly. Hope they release one of your pins a week on Instagram, as well as YouTube, so it can go viral with lots of shares. Absolutely. I think it's only a matter of time. Kalen says, who here is peeping and not commenting? LOL. That's funny. Kalen says, awesome, Nick. That's wonderful. It definitely is. It definitely is. But let me flip this around. Good old heater. Can't get too close. Don't want to melt the tablet. We got the good old pilot flame going. And that big orange one, that's the heater. Nope, we got some shirts as well. Let me flip the camera back around. Nope. Thomas, what's up, man? Just finished lifting. Just about to hop off. But let's see. Tomorrow, I'll probably do a live before the dungeon. And yeah, we'll see. If I can't go live at the dungeon, I'll get a whole bunch of video and stuff like that. I'll post a video later. But guys, I think that's it for me. So I want to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't get your gains in now, make sure you get them in later. And we will see you tomorrow.